Burna Boy recently dropped a song and still a sample, and a lot of people are really surprised at this. While some other persons are coming out to say, Burna Boy, you are getting yourself involved in too many samples. That is becoming so expensive for you to an extent. We remember how you sampled Tony Braxton's, and then a lot of people really came out to support you. But this time around, I hope it's not too expensive. But I want to ask a question because most times we Nigerians, we mistake samples for interpolation or replay, and we need to understand it from a different point of view. Burna Boy is one artist we need to watch out for in 2025 also, because this guy has started hitting the mainstreams at a time like this, dropping out these songs and then doing a lot of things around social media that is controversial a bit is something interesting. Before I dive into the story, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. Guys, one of the hottest producer in the country right now is called P Prime. That is something I got to understand after taking a sample of his works with the likes of Rema, Ashake, Wizkid, and a lot of others like Lil J. I think this guy has a big potential in the music industry. He recently did a work or produced a song for Rema called Baby Is It a Crime, and that song is one song that I love so much and I hope they promote it better. P Prime is a young producer and this guy got a lot of potentials around the music industry because he has worked behind some successful artists like Wizkid, Ashake, Rema, and a lot of others in the music industry. What do you think about the works of this guy? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel about him. Yes, talking about Burna Boy right now, this guy is one guy that a lot of people are really watching out for in 2025. He's going to be dropping his album, No Sign of Weakness, in 2025. He has dropped off two songs from that album. Recently, he dropped a song called, Update, and that song is a sample of Soul to Soul's 1989, sounds. That is something I got to understand about that. A lot of people are now confusing samples with replay or interpolation. So we need to understand these terms and how expensive they are, because when a lot of people look at the works of, Burna Boy, they feel that, yes, it is too expensive to sample. That is something I feel. In the case of Tony Braxton taking off 60% of earnings from that particular song, that is actually massive to an extent. Guys, what are your own takes about this? Put your own comment, what you feel about sampling, replay and interpolation. I want you to put that in the comment section. But you have to stay back so that I will explain this to you and you will get to understand it better. Burna Boy is one fantastic artist that knows his way around this, and this is working for Burna Boy. That is something I keep saying, because if something they work for you, you need to be using that as your strength, and that is what Burna Boy is actually doing. And this sound is classic to me. Update. Let's catch a glimpse.
To reality, to life, to reality, to life.
Compare this with the original sound and you get to understand that Burna Boy did a lot of work on that. Now, when people talk about replay, sampling, and interpolation, a lot of people don't really understand it. They are kind of classify these as the same terms, and they are quite different. When you talk about sampling, you have to understand that sampling requires you lifting the original sounds of the person, original lyrics of the person, and pasting it in your work. That is sampling. And why a lot of people don't do that is because it is more expensive, because you got to pay the producer, you got to clear from the producer, from the publishers, and a lot of others. That is quite disturbing at the time, and a lot of people don't go that route. And also, you got to understand that it does not give you opportunity to play around and add some kind of new twitch to that particular sound. That is something a lot of us got to understand from that. And when you talk about replay or interpolation, that means the artist who is really involved in the replay has to reperform the sound of that person and then add some kind of some elements to it, and that is what is really happening in the case of Burna Boy's new sound. That is something I feel, and Davido did that with his first sampling Brenda Fassie, and a lot of people got to understand it from that point of view. But most times, a lot of us mistake sampling for interpolation or replay, and that is something we need to quite really separate at a time like this, because sampling is more expensive than replay. That is something I got to understand based on my research on it. And the likes of Burna Boy, they are always doing this replay, and this thing is working for them. Even anybody, he did a replay of Angelina Kidjo, and a lot of people can understand that it really gave Burna Boy a leverage to really getting recommendation internationally. That is something I feel. But this time around, Burna Boy is doing another replay or interpolation. And do you think this sound is going to go viral at a time like this? This is few hours after dropping off the sound, and a lot of people are really trying to pay attention to that, while some persons are waking up to the sound right now. The stream has not started going up. Burna Boy is the highest stream on Spotify as a Nigerian artist or even African artist. We can give that to Burna Boy after hitting 5 billion streams as a lead artist on Spotify. That is actually a big one for African artists, and we have to commend Burna Boy on that. What do you now understand by replay, interpolation, and sample? I told you that Burna Boy is going to be dropping an album in 2025 called No Sign of Weakness. And Burna Boy has updated his social media pages, and a lot of people can sense that the profile picture of Burna Boy has changed across all these platforms. I think something is banging coming in from Burna Boy. That is something I feel about all of this, because it's going to be a high promotion for Burna Boy, because the industry is now a bit saturated, is now a bit competitive, and a lot of people are going to fiercely compete with Burna Boy. Remember that Davido is going to be dropping his album next month, and Burna Boy is going to be dropping anytime soon. He has not picked a date. Do you think this will affect each of them? That is something a lot of people are really asking. But based on my own opinion, I feel that it will have impact on each of them, because one impact is that a lot of people are going to stream each of them and compare this album, and also it does not really have that effect to an extent, because this one get your own type of fans, this one get your own type of fans, and they are going to stream and compare, and there will be a kind of Twitter war. Burna Boy also deleted all photographs, videos from his Instagram page. This is coming in after a week of Cleo Bailey going back to US, and a lot of people are saying it be like say they don't fight, while some other persons are saying Burna Boy wants to cause stunt on social media just to promote his new works. What are your own takes about this kind of story? I want you to put down your comments so that we can have a take on it. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.